So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Running, it's Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They'll run with Drake. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here's Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. On the toss play, this is Drake. And some space here. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now on first down, Drake again. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. Now Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 26 yards. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Charles, these Tampa Bay Buccaneers, last year, Dirk Cutter's first year, finishing 9-7. Now, that was their first winning season since 2010, but still not enough to get them in the playoffs. They've missed those 9 straight seasons. And, in fact, their last playoff win, gosh, that was way back in Super Bowl 37.
But for Buccaneer fans and the team, optimism is really high.
Yeah.
They felt like they played well down the stretch. They felt like they can play against some of the big boys in the league now. Defensively, they've got to get better and continue to do so. I like the pick of Justin Evans, the safety out of Texas A&M. He brings a hitter's mentality to that part of the field, and then you flip it over to offense. It's one thing to say that you believe in Jameis Winston. There's another thing to show it by giving him O.J. Howard, a tight end out of Alabama, and Chris Godwin, a wide receiver out of Penn State in the first 3 rounds.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. He's going to fire, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando. And with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Third down now following the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd and short, Drake. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They run. It's Williams. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short. And he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. First down, Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The play clock's running down. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Winston looking deep downfield. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Dree Archer, 37 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Buccaneers. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And to give this time to the tailback. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run. It's Drake. And he is going to have the first down as he gets this up to his own 11. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A give running right, Drake. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Fresh set of downs here. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And oh, he spins past him and into space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Something got lost in translation in this game. He's run the ball really well, done all the things that you want in a game plan, but unable to convert it into points, unable to ring the bell consistently enough to make it a winning effort.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. For the Dolphins, they'll be building up those frequent flyer miles the next month or so. Week 2, they're at the Chargers in the debut of the StubHub Center, then at the Jets. Then they fly to London to face the Saints in Week 4. Finally, then, back to Miami to host the Titans in Week 5.
I feel the jet lag already.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Oh, good footwork on the spin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Williams. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. 2nd down, the ball on the 2 here. 2nd and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Damian Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
I'll offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a handoff looking right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And now here's a carry heading left. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This run defense was a weakness last year toward the bottom of the league, and early returns not good here this year.
And that's too bad because you and I both know that when you have something that's a weakness from your team the year before, you spend a lot of time out in the offseason, whether it's personnel, adjustments in scheme, all of those things. So that's got to be disheartening to start off the season this way.
They'll try to throw now. Winston going for the deep ball. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On play action, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 2nd down following the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Dolphins on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And to give this time to the tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down, Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Jameis to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they try the right side here. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
On third down, Drake. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together,